Hi everyone, welcome to another review video at OnWheelsTV. And today we are at Virginia International Raceway, so VIR, for rFactor 2 included in the Reza rFactor 2 bundle. But we are not here to talk about this track. We are here to talk about the mod from Real Series Simulation, the IMSA DPi mod for rFactor 2. Yeah, that's what we are here to talk about today. Mod was released in the 0.80 version, so it's not yet 1.0 version, which means the mod is still being developed by these guys from Real Series Simulation. But we decided to take a close look at this, and that's what you are going to see and listen in the next a little bit over 20 minutes, something like 22 minutes or something, or close. So the IMSA DPi mod was created from scratch by Real Series Simulation, a modding group that has been working for quite some time in this content and has already announced recently they are going to work on other interesting contents. And the good news, or if I can adjust my sentence, is this good news? Them working in other mods. Yes, it is, because if they are going to do something as close, at least, as what they are doing with this mod, well, that is in fact great news. But let's leave that to the future. Let us focus on this mod for rFactor 2. So this IMSA DPi mod consists of 3 cars with several liveries, of course. The 3 cars that compete in real life in the real IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship competition that highlights the best in the world in terms of sports car racing, with DPI class cars, LMP2 cars, GTE and GT3 cars. So the 3 cars available in the mod are the Acura, to be more specific, which is the car you are watching now. To be more specific, it's the Acura ARX 05, which was the most recent car introduced in this content. You also have the Cadillac DPI VR, and you also have the Mazda RT24 DPI. So all these 3 cars you will find in this content, in this mod. The most recent one, the Acura, because in previous versions of this work in progress from RSS, or if you prefer Real Series Simulation, we already had seen the Cadillac and the Mazda. So what is important to highlight in this latest version of this still in progress release? Well, what is important to highlight is that visually the cars improved a lot. There was some work needed to be done in the visual, in the image, in the way the cars looked, in the graphics. Those of us, and I included, that tested previous versions knew that the cars had to improve graphically. Well, if they still need improvement, it's mostly and basically in terms of the detail, because graphically the cars look fantastic right now. They don't look as good as official content. Probably they are not using the same graphic tools, at least so far. But cars look amazing at this moment. These guys are now counting on someone helping them with the graphics of the cars, and the result is incredible. In fact, the cars look amazing. I do enjoy very much all the cars, but the cars look really fantastic. So congratulations to Real Series Simulation on that matter. There's also the thing, and this is basically one thing that everyone will notice. There's the thing about the sounds of these cars. So that's where I think this content needs significant improvements in terms of the sounds. It's not that the sounds are not closer or close to the real sounds. Of course, they seem pretty low in terms of the volume. That's the first thing. They need to be set up better. But the idea is there, and it's not that the sounds are really bad, but they do need to get better. I hope that in the same way these guys counted on someone to help them with the graphics, I hope they have someone, or they learn, if they don't want to have someone involved in this, I hope they learn how to deal better with the sounds, because the sound in a mod is something is key. It's as important as the physics, as important as the graphics. So I do hope they improve on that matter, because in my opinion at this moment this is the only thing where significant improvements are needed. So we tested the cars, all the cars, in Virginia International Raceway, and we've just talked about the graphics, we've just talked about the sounds. We are now going to extend our comment in terms of the physics, although here and there we can go back to sounds and graphics, but basically from now on it's just about the physics in our comment on this release. Well, to bring to the community such a specific content is really important, but with it comes responsibility, because we are talking about one of the most important championships out there, and there's a lot of times when modding groups or brands try to bring relevant content to the sim, and then it turns out to be a flop. Not a poker flop, but a flop in a way that this is a deception. It's a disappointment. Well, in fact, in this case with Real Series Simulation, the reaction is the complete opposite. So I'm overwhelmed. I'm really impressed by the physics of this content. When you hear about someone that is new to the market, if I could call this a market, I believe I can. When we hear about someone new to the market bringing such an important content, well, we get suspicious. We want to test, but we get suspicious because this is really relevant content. However, as I was driving in this amazing track, and a track that I really enjoy, really demanding and involving in terms of the driving dynamics, I was completely impressed. Yeah, because the physics is so good, the physics is so accurate. I'm pretty sure they are continuing to develop it, but the basis is already really good, and I enjoyed at least as much driving these cars, all of them, as I do enjoy very much driving the LMP2 car, the official car from the Oreca 07 official from Studio 397. In real life, these cars compete in America, in the American Sports Car Championship, the IMSA Championship, and they compete against LMP2 cars. There are not a lot of LMP2 cars there, because this car is a little bit over 2 seconds faster, and that happens also in this mod. So the mod is really well worked, also in terms of the performance comparison with real life, because these cars are faster than the LMP2 cars, around 2 seconds more or less, close to 2 seconds, around 2 seconds. So it's well worked also in that matter. You are watching already footage of another of the three different brand cars present in this. This is the Cadillac DPI VR, and obviously for personal reasons, from all the cars from all the Cadillacs racing in this championship, we had to choose this one because it's driven by two countrymen, João Barbosa and Philippe Albuquerque, which, aside from being two of the best drivers in the world, sports car drivers in the world, well, Philippe not only sports car, but aside from being two of the best sports car drivers in the world, they are also two of the most humble and kind. And with all due respect, also as I also tribute their teammate Mike Conway, an amazing driver also. So comments left where they are. We chose this car, and the Cadillac is just like the Acura that you saw previously. Well worked in terms of the graphics. Also needs, and more than the Acura, a better sound. But inside the car you don't feel the sound that bad or that different. But you need a better sound in this content. I do hope these guys can find a better compromise in that matter, or someone that helps them. There are a lot of very good guys out there with expertise in terms of the sounds for rFactor 2, and I hope, and I'm pretty sure that it would be pretty easy to bring some of them on board to work with this amazing content. People like to work with good content. Makes them feel good while creating something, so I hope these guys find a solution in this matter. So the car works really well, just like the Acura. We lapped in this track with the soft tire. The mod obviously uses all the four types of tires, the four mixtures available in the sim. And with the soft tire, we were able to lap in 136 high, 137 low with this car. When we tested to compare it with the Oreca was lapping in 137 high, 138, 139 high, 140 low. But the difference is more or less 2 seconds, and we lapped more or less the same. We did perform the same lap times, both with this car as well as with the Acura and the Mazda. We liked very much the car, we liked very much the braking, the handling, but the physics of these cars is fantastic. So you really feel involved, you really feel these cars are light, but of course they also carry some weight, and you feel that. You also feel tremendously the aerodynamics of the car and the way the car is glued to the track. Of course, when you go a little bit off track in this Virginia International Raceway, you get immediately to the grass, and once you're in the grass it takes some time for you to get back, and that happened sometimes with some cars. Anyway, you do feel the aerodynamics of the car very much, the downforce, and the experience of driving these cars in the sim is just great. This mod really takes advantage of the current capabilities of the sim in terms of the physics and of the handling of the cars, which is fabulous. So you guys, if you don't know how to get access to this content, you should visit the Real Series Simulation group on Facebook, and there you'll find it's very easy to find the way to the platforms where you can download this. Hoping you also can donate to these guys, because people that work with such quality do deserve being rewarded for it. These guys have been working for months in this content, so it's fair that you guys respect the quality of their work and wanting to have this mod. It's not mandatory, but you should donate, because they definitely deserve it for the fantastic work they are producing so far. Does need some improvements here and there, but the basis is tremendously good. If every modder that releases content for rFactor 2 had the basis these guys have, well, they would be sleeping very well at night, knowing they were preparing great content. So this is the case with the Real Series Simulation, amazing mod. I just love it. I've been driving with this, and I'm having so much fun. And and I'm feeling so much the intensity of driving the DPI cars, which are not an official release, but well, but in the future they could be, if they improve on what needs improvement, and if they keep what's really good, which is the physics. Well, I see no reason for this not being an official content. So, driving the car at the Virginia International Raceway, you feel how the car moves, how the car handles. You feel it really well. And if you compare this content or these cars, for instance, with the LMP2 from Studio 397, well, guys, the physics is really good in this content. I had a blast driving, so I must compliment. I don't know who is working with Real Series Simulation in terms of the testing, of the content testing on. Also, I don't know who works with them in terms of the physics model, but whoever it is following the right path and delivering. Yeah, whoever it is delivering an amazing content. The physics of this Real Series Simulation IMSA DPi Mod version 0.80 is absolutely fantastic. So, and well, the day continues, and as you can see in Virginia International Raceway, it's maybe now like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's good time to join the track driving the Mazda DPI. So this is the car, guys, that maybe needs still some improvement in terms of the graphic, but just a matter of detail. But this car is my favorite. Yeah, this is the car I was less interested in driving, so I saved it for last. And this is the car I definitely loved driving the most, because the physics of the cars is different, slightly different from car to car. So you feel the differences once you are driving these cars. You feel the difference between them, between the Acura, between the Cadillac, and between the Mazda. And to my liking, this is my favorite. This is the car I enjoyed the most driving. Sorry guys, my phone is always, when I don't want it, is always ringing and ringing. God damn it, it's Sunday. So continuing, I felt differences in all the cars on behind the wheel, and this one was the one I enjoyed the most. Also needs improvement in terms of the sounds, like the others. So basically, overall, all the mod needs improvements in terms of the sounds. But the car is this car is my favorite. Yeah, it also is the one with which I performed the fastest lap. But that's not why this is my favorite. This is my favorite because of the handling. The handling of this car suited me to perfection. And if I were, or if I am in the future, to race some series with this mod, I will definitely be paying close attention to this Mazda. So also, look guys, at this time of the day, look how the sunshine rays enter the car sometimes, yeah, like now, look how it is going along inside the car. Yeah, gotta love rFactor 2 for that. Yeah, gotta love it. So final thoughts on this Real Series Simulation IMSA DPi Mod version 0.80. Well, still needs some improvement in specific areas, and definitely the sounds is one of them. The physics, 5 stars. The graphics, 4.5 stars. Yeah, it does need some detail improvements, sort of like the ones that you can see in official content, but the looks is good. The looks of the cars is really good when you compare it to what it was before. It was not bad before, but definitely was worse than what it is now. It looks good. The graphics work done by people in Real Series Simulation is really good. The deliveries of the cars is also really good, or are also really good. So this basically needs improvements, because the sound is really important in a mod, and this one needs and deserves better sound than what it has. Aside from that, the mod is well worked in terms of the physics as well. The cars handle pretty good. You feel you are driving prototypes on track, and the cars force you to be fast and push you to be fast on track, and you really have a lot of fun driving this, which is something really important also when releasing a mod. That is completely mission accomplished by these guys from Real Series Simulations. Congratulations, because they have done tremendous work, and I must highlight that, because from time to time I'm reviewing third-party content or content from brands that are not officially linked to a specific sim, but they develop content for it, and it feels great to me also when I review something so good. So congratulations to Real Series Simulation. This is a tremendous mod. Please continue doing what you do. Please continue developing your work. I hope the community donates to you guys, because you deserve to be pushed ahead, and I hope you can do that and bring more and more content, because if it looks like this, well, it will be fantastic. So I hope you guys download this via the official links. I hope you donate to these guys. They truly deserve it. And I hope you enjoyed this review video, guys, and I hope to see you soon at OnWheelsTV. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.